If you guys have any questions, let me know. I apologize. I'm trying to figure out what's recording or not because we're doing that. You have a question, Monica? I love that name. Sidebar. My name when I would go to the bars, and I really didn't go to bars, but when I went to clubs every now and then, my name was Monica May because I knew I wanted to be on the radio, and that would have been my radio. That would have been my radio was Monica May. So that way, if they searched me, okay, and they were like, "Where you got Monica from?" I could be like, "Oh, that's a nickname," because my last name was really May, so it kind of worked. But now I'm married, so my name is Raquel May David, like a responsible adult. Okay. Okay. So do you have any questions before we go ahead and get started?
Nope, nope, I'm good. That was a typo. But yes, Monica
Awesome.
May. Okay. Yes.
Listen, I like to tell y'all my truth, okay? Yeah. Well, you should have made us some dinner. My niece says she hungry, okay? But she ain't make us no food. I cooked a wonderful meal on yesterday and they ate it. Okay. They ate all of it. So we are not playing these reindeer games today. All right, y'all. Tell me if you guys can see my screen okay. Let me see my participation. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's move this out the way. Open chat. Cool, cool, cool. Oliver, I can't wait to see you. It's gonna be so exciting. Why are we looking at pillows? Okay, cool. So we are here to talk about the world's most effective and advanced AI powered credit repair software. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with y'all. I am a trainer in this platform. And when this platform first launched, I did not have the paid version. I did not. Not I did not have the paid version. Okay. I was leveraging the free version for at least, I want to say 6 months before I decided to go over to the paid version. I was leveraging the free version for 6 to 7 months before I went over to the paid version. Number one was for cost. And number two, I did not jump over to the paid version until they created Credit Dino. And I'm going to tell you guys the wonderful, illustrious things about Credit Dino and what I love about it. And you are going to hear me say what I love about it. It's gonna happen. Okay. Don't think that I love everything because there's a lot of things I don't, but there is so much about this platform that I genuinely do love, and I'm gonna give it to y'all. Okay. So we're gonna cover pricing, training, contacts. Then we are going to go into the sign up, as I said. And then if you guys have any questions, we're going to open the floor. And if you guys want to see the pro version, we can, before we hop off, I could switch over and show you guys the test pro version, so you'll be able to see kind of all of the bells and whistles that are there. So pricing is the first thing that I like to cover. Dispute Panda there are two revolutionary things that Dispute Panda offers that I like to tell everyone about. The number one part of the revolutionary thing for me is the platform is completely free. So it's pay as you go. If you don't have any customers, you are not paying an overhead. And as a person that is big on lifetime tools, like, I'm not trying to front, I don't pay for my website. My website I pay one time and that is it. I can change it as much as I want to, but my website is a lifetime platform. My phone system is on a lifetime platform. A lot of things that I do, I think about the cost of doing business, and it's already going to cost us something when we're talking about merchant services and things of that nature. So for me, anything that does not pull from me on a monthly basis, so that I can originally it was to keep my costs down, because my ideal client was, the single mom and things of that nature. Now I've kind of shifted. My ideal client is divorcees and first-time home buyers, right? So of course now my pricing can adjust, different things can change in order to meet those narratives. But I still like to keep my overhead low, okay? Because I'm short and my overhead don't need to be that high. Okay. So with that being said, the only time that you are paying if you are on the free platform is the $17 for your rounds of attack. If you do not have any clients, then you are paying $0.00. Hang on one second. All right. Sorry, Hunter made an appearance. So the pro version is $1 for 14 days. and you get full access. So I've had people ask before, well, is it limited or can I not have access to certain things? Nope. If you get the monthly version and you're getting it for the 14 days, you get full access to everything. And let's be clear, it's the same exact thing as the free. The only difference are some bells and whistles that are in there, like the Safe Client Access Portal. You can add your merchant service on there. So there's a lot of back end things that are added on for you to make life easier for you to do business. So you can plug the contract in, you can send the contract to the client, you can create an onboarding form for the client. So instead of you uploading the documents, your client can upload the documents. Now, the letters will still need to be generated by you, but it does take off a portion of the work that needs to be completed, such as uploading the IDs, putting the username and password in for the credit monitoring, things of that nature. All right. If you pay for the year, it is $1,970. Okay. And you get 2 months for free. Now, the training. This is another thing that for me sets Dispute Panda apart from a lot of the other credit monitoring credit repair softwares that are out there. As soon as you get the platform, and let me be clear, you don't even have to get the platform because I'm not in the platform, and I can click on this link and it's literally telling me what letters I'm supposed to select to download to send off for my clients. And this flow works whether your client has repo, bankruptcy, charge off, collections, whatever. This is the flow, and it's giving you the flow for the full 12 months. Does it take 12 months? The answer is no. It's possible that it may not take that much time for your clients to reach their goals. Again, a lot of people are leaning on credit repair for it to be you write the letters, but there has to be a duality. We're writing the letters, your current behavior is going to dictate moving forward, because remember, your credit score is calculated within a 24-month window, right? So when your clients are maneuvering and pivoting, you want to make sure that you're giving them the right tools to move forward. These letters are to help you for the stuff you did back in the day when you had a full hairline. Okay. You ain't got no edges that was lost. But if you are sitting here going, I don't know what to do, I want to learn how to do credit repair, but I have people coming to me and I want to be able to help them. Boom. We gave you access for you to be able to start to finish, get everything done, know when to send letters to the secondary reporting agencies such as LexisNexis and Novus LCI. And let's be clear, LexisNexis is Big Brother in the sky, period. They have your credit information. They have your driving record. They have your marital information. Child, they know your insurance information. They got all your business. Okay. Bankruptcy, liens, judgments, they hold it all. Okay. So you want to make sure that when you are supporting your clients, the system is giving you accessibility to dispute those accounts over there as well. The system is also telling you when you need to file a CFPB complaint. Also, when the system first came out, we had certified mail this, certified mail that. Well, we heard that there was a lot of people that were coming in and learning how to do credit repair, and they were like, hey, I don't necessarily want to send stuff certified mail. Can I still get this done? And we were like, boom, we got you. And we have now generated where none of these letters have to be sent certified mail. You don't have to do it in color, right? And you will still be able to get results because this has been tested and proven. So as soon as you get into the system, or if you get on the platform, you are able to go ahead and download this attack guide that tells you exactly when to send the letters out. You will see on the side where it says attack frequency. That is important because the credit bureau's law guideline says that we are supposed to give the credit reporting agencies 30 days to dispute the file. So that means we're stating if we're sending it off in the mail, we need to allow them at least 5 days to process, 5 days for it to get to them, 30 days for them to process and then respond. So my company tells clients I'm a 40 to 45 day company to support the clientele. That gives me enough breathing room. Number one, if my system goes down, because that'd be happening. Number two, for me to go ahead and do the actual conversations with everyone and do the recording, because I do like touching my clients and giving them their information. And number three, I'm following the guidelines. So, and number four, if I'm outside of that 35-day window, I automatically get a free round of disputes if my client is using Dispute Panda and Credit Dino together. And just for the record, I'm gonna tell y'all about the cost breakdown in a second. It is worth it to get Credit Dino on your profile when you have clients, because that $17 that you would have spent on the round is free. And then you're also making a minimum of $8. So that means you're coming out $25 out the game that you don't have to waste it all. Okay, so just keep that in mind. So if you have not done so yet, I want you to click the free download. If you are not able to jump on a call with me on Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, you can scroll down and you will be able to see all the information that is needed. If you are using Identity IQ or MyScore IQ, watch the second to last video on how to import. If you are using Smart Credit, watch the very last video on how to import, because you have to import it a different way. With Identity IQ and MyScore IQ, you can download the file. With Smart Credit, you have to copy and paste in an HTML code. Okay. Any questions on that so far? And how many? Bonnet Bandit, I know you downloaded the guide, right?
Yes,
My
absolutely.
friend, I know he downloaded the guide. I want to make sure everyone. Look, my niece over here defending you. You understand? She's like, "Why are you messing with my friend?" Everyone else, if you haven't downloaded the guide, please make sure you have. If you have downloaded the guide, please drop an emoji in the chat so I know that y'all are out here zipping and doing like y'all need to. Okay. The contact us tab. So I am going to drop a resource that I leverage for my clients on a regular basis. It is a platform called Loom, Loom. Where's the link to the guide? Cool. Let me show you. If you go to training, if you click on training at the very top, it says free download. Boom. That's all you got to do. Thank you guys for dropping in the comments. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to drop this tool in the chat because I like to give y'all freebies that will help your life be so much better, okay? So there is this platform called Loom, Loom. It allows you to record a 5-minute video. I normally utilize this video, like I actually just did a video that's going to go out tonight for the people that are coming on my TV show. So I'm trying to see if I could. Okay, cool. So like I recorded a full video. It actually will have a whole conversation with them, and I'm loud. Okay. So this is going to go out to everyone that's going to appear on my show. And then once they watch it, I would get an alert that tells me that the video has been watched. And it allows them to leave like comments on the video if they have any questions. Okay. So I am giving you guys this tool because a lot of times when you're talking to tech and you're saying, hey, there's this issue, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. Sometimes they go into your platform and they don't see what you see. Okay. But if you make this video and you share your screen, they're able to actually see exactly what you're seeing. So you can't be like, I know I'm not crazy. Like I legit see this button, or I'm looking in this client's file and I'm seeing that they've been charged 3 times. Like I need your help to go ahead and resolve this. Right. So you're able to go ahead and have a true dialogue with your client or with the tech support to get help. The reason that I do this is sometimes when I'm looking at the platform on my end, I'm looking at it from the consumer side. And if I'm talking to tech, they may be looking at it from like the coding side. And it may not always look the same. And I want to make sure that they have accessibility to that information. So if you guys have a question about a client, you can record the screen issue that you're having so that they can see what the error is. You'll actually know when it's been watched. And normally I'm just going to be transparent. And it's not just because I work here. But prior to becoming on staff for Dispute Panda, I've reached out to the Dispute Panda team. They're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they normally respond back within that 24-hour window, just for transparency. And this was even well before I became a part of the team. So reach out to them. They really answer. They be working. Okay. They be working. So this is how if you have a question on a client, document, subscription, anything that you have, you can go here. If you have general questions like press release, you want to be a part of the beta team, or you want partnership, like have partnership questions answered, you can write it in here and they will send it to the appropriate department that will then be in response to you, reply back to you. Any questions on what we have covered so far? If not, we're going to move to the sign up page. Boop, boop, boop. Sade, what round are you on, my love?
Can you say that again?
What round are you on?
So I'm on the first round. So what I did was, I've been trying to do this for like the past 3 years. So what I did was I have Dispute Panda and Credit Pros. So I've been going back and forth with both of them to see which one I really wanted.
Okay.
And I didn't stop, but I did like upload all my information and all that stuff.
So you didn't start with Dispute Panda as of yet. You've been using Credit, what's that? Credit Low?
It's called Credit Cloud.
Credit Cloud. Okay. And what has been the turnaround? Like, have you seen removal? Sidebar, since everyone's here, we're family here. I've been hearing a lot of people say, "Oh, well, I'm not seeing a lot of movement." And I just want to ask, since we have a room full of people who are a little bit new, I guess, business owners that are a little bit newer, what are two-part question. One is, what is a goal that you're looking for when you're talking about credit repair, right? Like, what is removal supposed to look like for you? And what kind of results have you been getting on the systems that you've been currently using?
So I guess I go first. So what I was doing was going back and forth from two different platforms. But me being scared of Sade, I'm scared to do it, and I don't know why. But I know a lot about credit because I have books and things on it, but I just be scared to do it. Do that make sense?
Okay. What you scared of?
I
Winning?
don't know.
What you scared of winning? You scared of being successful?
No, of course not. And it's like I don't really have time because I work in public housing, so all that
Got it.
for real.
Right. So you're saying you haven't sent out letters on that platform or this one as of yet?
No.
Got it. I'm gonna need you to use the potty. Use the potty.
But I have been like playing with the platform, so that's why I know like what to do and what not to do.
Sade's like, I'm gonna know how to use this system. So when I push the button, okay,
Right.
I'm ready to go. Understood. I can receive that, but I need you to commit. So since you're on the call today and you gave me that, then I'm going to give you 2 weeks. I need you to make a decision on who you're going to go with. I want you to send out the letters, and then I want you to track your level of success.
Okay, I'm gonna press that button.
And then make it like, I want you, since you're starting out from the ground level, like in the sense of like you're starting out now, write down what your expectation is for month 1 so that you can go back and revisit it and see how it turned out. Right.
Okay.
And was it a realistic expectation or not? Because let's be clear, we're going to gravitate like us people as we go through the service. So we need to be able to not only manage our expectations, but other people's expectations as well.
So I'm gonna make my expectations realistic because I have 3 kids and my oldest is 22. So everybody depends on me. Like I'm the breadwinner all the way around.
Gotcha.
So it's more of me scared and me trying to save money at the same time.
Gotcha.
But also wanting to make more money.
Well, listen, I have a 20-year-old, 19, 17, and a now 7-year-old. I get it. Okay. But I definitely think that this will be something that you can share with your kids, especially since you have a 23-year-old. He could be a great resource to get people to you that are going to need help, or she.
Yeah, she's a 22. Then I have a 17-year-old that want to start his own business. And I have a 7-year-old that be into everything.
Aww. And you can help them from the ground up right now. That's what I'm talking about. The push the button as the way my niece say, push the button. Okay. Right. Push the button. All right. Well, thank you so much for conversing with me. See, I like when y'all talk to me. What you have to say, Bonnet Bandit?
I was going to answer the 2-part question.
Yes, let's go.
First part, the primary goal. was, well, I guess I had two primary goals when starting to use the platform. One, first and foremost, was to be able to help people, right? Second was to be focused on debt falling off and not necessarily score going up. Because it's a very nice thing to see, you know, the little pretty number climb up into the 700 mark. But it's a nicer thing to see the debt balance on your credit report go from
Go down.
55,000 down to 6,000, you know?
Talk about it.
Because I won't go into too much detail. You know quite a bit about what happened to me as far as getting sick, right? After that, I was left with $22,522.66 in medical bills, right? I am now down to, I want to say 2306, something like that, that I'm working on getting off. So, you know, drastic change there. Credit took a dip. Of course, we're climbing back up. But it's a much bigger relief to see that number, you know, even though I fell below the 650 mark, it's not as important for me to get back into the 650 mark as opposed to going from, you know, close to 23,000 in collections to now we're sitting at about 2,300 that I'm still working on.
I love it. And here's the thing. The reality of the situation is your story is going to help so many other people because you're showing them how you tunneled out. So now when they have conversations like, how can I do this? You're able to have that conversation. And a lot of people get stuck with, they're looking at the number and not looking at the body of the report. And I'm going to be honest with you. I got my friend 1 acre. We removed all of the negative off of her credit report and her husband's credit report. And her husband was left with only a 550, 580 credit score. And they got approved for 1 acre property, a nice home. And their mortgage is less than $700 a month. Right. And it's a lot of people are not understanding that there's a duality to mortgages. So there's one that is based on how much house can you afford, and then it's your credit score, right? It has to work hand in hand. So you coming in and having this realistic conversation about, like, I want your scores to go up, but I also want your debt to go down. Because if your end goal is to get a house, boo-boo, that debt to income ratio got to be on point. Okay. So I love that. I love that. Monica, what about you?
In terms of, well, when you say, just clarify what you mean.
So what's your goal with the platform as a credit repair specialist? What is your goal and what is your level of expectation when you send a letter out for your client?
Well, to be honest, I played around with the software a little bit because I downloaded it some time ago. But in terms of using the software to send out letters, my understanding of Dispute is that it's a pretty hands-free software. A lot of the things you need are done automatically. I'm not sure if all the services you need are done with the free version. Probably the paid version has okay, so the free version will get it all done. But I still need to click around and play with the software, to be frank. I haven't really. That was really why I wanted to get on tonight, just to kind of understand more about it. So I might just try to play with my own credit first, see if I can get some things. I don't really need anything removed, but see what I can do with my own credit first before helping some other people who need. But this can send out letters to all the credit bureaus, like through the software. Okay.
Yep, all the credit bureaus. And if your client if you have the paid version, you're using Credit Dino, you can send the letters to the creditors as well. So if your client has a charge off, a repo, whatever, with Wells Fargo, Santander, you can actually pull that information there also, to help and be more aggressive when it comes to your level of disputing. So let me take y'all. I love the dialogue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Monica, I know that you're new. So we're gonna have so much fun tonight. We're gonna go through the platform together. And the platform is the same whether it's free or paid. There are additional bells and whistles in my opinion, that are there for you when it comes to the pro version. And I'm going to show you that, but it's the very same system. You just get a little bit more features that are added. So let me go ahead and sign up and we're going to get into it. Now,
one
Mhm.
question
Go
I
ahead.
had was about the inquiries. Can
Mhm.
that also, would you request to have inquiries removed on here as well?
Yeah, I'm going to show you in the system. You can do
Okay.
everything. I'm going to actually load the client in. We're going to do everything from start to finish. So you'll be able to see what the system automatically does versus what you have to do as the person utilizing the platform. Okay. Hang on one second. We're going to get into it. And I already followed you back, Monica. Sorry.
Yes.
So when you are signing up for this platform, I want to point out that you guys have to have 2 different email addresses if you're utilizing this software for yourself. For everyone who's watching this on the replay, you have to have one email address as the owner and a different email address as a user. I would always advocate that if you are going to be in the system and you are going to be helping other people with their credit repair, put yourself in it as well so you can go through it and see what's going on. Okay. So Red Robin at fakemail.com. Your phone number can be the same, so you don't have to have multiple phone numbers. If you have a business name because you are registering this as a business, guys, by all means put it in. If not, the system is going to automatically default to your first and last name. I am going to go ahead and sign up. Oh, let me make sure I got the right password. So if I get locked out. Okay, I can get in. All right, so you're going to go ahead and put in the passwords. You have to check this box. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a little something about me. Okay, I was born in January, February. I'm nosy. I got 4 kids. I need discounts. Okay, I want to save. I want to be in the business. I want resources. I want tools. So I am going to what? Push the button so I can get the email for special offers, products, resources, and updates so that I can know what's going on in these streets. Okay. Once you get into the software, you're going to see the service agreement. This is going to tell you how to do business with Dispute Panda and how Dispute Panda intends on doing business with you. I definitely recommend that you read it. I am not going to cover it today, though. I like to be transparent about it. It's going to take way too long. Okay. Once you get in, this is going to be the main dashboard. This black bar is up here because you need to verify your email address. As you can see, I opened a fake mail email address. So thus and therefore, there is no way that I can validate this email. But you guys want to validate the email information, and you want to make sure that you're doing that within, I would normally say the first like 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours, so that way your account is working the way that it should. Okay. Once you get in, you'll be able to see rounds, missing documents, birthdays, and I'm going to take you into the first set of drip money that's available to you. So if you click this free credit option, it's going to open up a link that will take you into where you can sign up to become an affiliate for this program. So if you are in the mortgage industry, real estate, whatever, and you know someone else. So for instance, Sade says that I am in housing. So she knows someone else in another housing building that wants to start credit repair. If she clicks this option and clicks accept, once the referral program opens back up, she will get her own affiliate link. That affiliate link will allow her to go ahead and start making money off of anyone that signs up under her coding. So if you're a realtor in auto sales, it doesn't matter. You can literally sign up to this platform and you'll be able to go ahead and make massive movements forward to get what you need to just get quiet money. So if you go to speaking engagements, you can bring your referral, you can have your referral link in your bio, and this way you can just be making quiet money by telling people about Dispute Panda or just making a quick video on it. Okay. If you want to upgrade to the pro, the option is here. Some of the upgrade benefits is the client access portal. That means that the client is able to come into the system, not on your end, but on the customer facing side. And actually, let me show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Hold on. So this is what the client access portal looks like for the client. They're able to see the dashboard, messages, invoice. They can see the progress that they've made. They're able to upload their identification, sign their contract, make payments on the platform. They're not able to write letters. Your logo and information will be the only one that shows as long as you put it in the system, and I will show you guys how to do that in a second. So that's the Safe Client Access Portal. You also have Zapier integration. You have payment forms, as well as other shareable reports that you have access to. And I will show a little bit more of that in a second. The other drip money that is available is by becoming an affiliate for Credit Dino. Credit Dino has an affiliate program that on the lowest level you make $8, on the highest level you make $22. So every person that signs up, you make $8 out the back. And if you are using the platform, whether the free or the paid version, you get a free round of attack every 35 days when you go to pull the report for your client. Okay, so you're able to do that. Down here on the reports, it's basically giving you your stats of what you've done for the month. I really, really like this option. The clients, if you're wanting to search a client, you can go by the magnifying glass. You have to type in at least 3 characters to see the client, or you can click on the client tab and you can see active clients, inactive clients, and you can import clients if you're leaving one software to come into this software. You also have the ability to add new clients, and we're going to do that in a second. Okay. The letters tabs is where you can see all of the letters that have gone out for your clients, and you can also check the status of where the letters are, like have they already been printed in mail. Please be mindful that the letters go out only Monday through Friday. You have for the letters to go out same day, the system has to be processed by 12 p.m. PST. If not, it goes out the next business day. Right now, we do not have certified mail option that is live. The only option that is live right now is is first class, which is basically the same as you taking an envelope, putting a stamp on it, and taking it to the post office. That's I have some clarity letters here. That is I'm recording. That is literally all you have available right now, right? The inbox option is where you can see the information with your client. That's a part of the Safe Client Access Portal that you have accessibility to. The reports tab is this amazing tool. So let me show you guys what the reports tab looks like. Boom. So this is giving you all the information on how much debt you removed, how much deletions you've had, has the credit score increased or decreased. I like talking. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm doing a video as soon as I get off this call with y'all about my clients whose points have dropped over 100 points. I am definitely doing this call. A lot of people like to stay away from information like that because they want to talk about credit repair being all bells and whistles, like, oh, your score is going to increase. Oh, you're going to do this. Just as Bonnet Bandit said, his name is Oliver, but we call him Bonnet Bandit because whenever he comes on live, he normally has a bonnet on his head. So that's why we call him the Bonnet Bandit. But Oliver comes on, and like he said, there's times when your score drops and he knows how to have that conversation now. It gives you the ability for you to look at the credit report and really be able to dissect why the client's report is looking the way that it is. And that can draw in more people who are thinking that credit repair is a quick fix, in the sense of now you're giving them information that other people are not giving them in real time. Okay. What you can also do is take that same information and turn it into a shareable post. But that's a pro feature. You also have the ability to do this on the client level. So you can actually go client by client. You can pull it in and be like, boom, here you go, boom, here you go. And it literally helps you get through from start to finish for you to be able to tell your clients, hey, look at what I've been able to delete. And it actually shows you that on the pro level, on the client space, it literally tells you what items were deleted off of your client's profile. I love it. The subscription tab is where you are able to create onboarding forms, payment plans. You can connect your merchant service. You're able to do all of that on the subscription platform. Does anyone have any questions about that so far? Because the next 2 tabs are trading and contacts. So I know we already covered that. Any questions before we move on to the next? Nope. Okay, cool. So there are two ways that you can get into the settings. You can either click this box here that says balance and it will take you to the settings option, or you can click these three buttons and click settings and it will take you to the setting feature as well. When you get to the setting feature, the very first thing that you're able to see is your profile. This is your information. So if you go from doing this personally to go ahead and turn it into a business, you can go ahead and actually change the email address so that that will work for you. You can also upload your photos. Please note your photo is not going to be shown to anyone unless you have the pro. So on the free version, it's just you looking at your cute face, and I'm so for it. Okay, put it in there because I had it in there. The organization tab allows you to put your company logo, your company address, website, and contract. Does anyone need a copy of the contract? If so, let me know. I will drop in the chat. You can drop an emoji and I'll go ahead and drop the contract in the chat for you. No? Okay. So the next tab, give me 1 second, is your teams. So if you have a VA, or for me, I have my niece that works with me. As you can tell, she be having way too much fun because she was out here laughing. Okay. Instead of me giving her my login information, I can set her up where she signs in under her own information. So this way my password and everything is safe. I don't have to worry about sharing it with anyone because they have access with their login information, especially if you use the same password for like everything. The affiliate links. If you have multiple affiliate links with Credit Dino, Identity IQ, My Score IQ, Smart Credit, you can put the links here so that when your client logs in on the portal, they will have the opportunity to pick which credit monitoring software they want to choose instead of just having to pick one. The disputing option is where you can change the address to the actual credit reporting company. And if you want to change it, you can actually push this button here that looks like a pencil, and you can go ahead and change the actual address so that if you're using a method where you're sending the letters to multiple locations, you can change the address month to month. This is what's going to actually be printed on the letter when it goes out for your particular client. Okay. The billing tab is where you would go to make your payments. You can upgrade, of course, to the Panda Pro. You can purchase your credits in bulk. The credits is what they use to pull the $17 to make the payment every single month, right? Or every single time you have a client. If not, what you are able to do is you are able to go ahead and go into the system and you can do a subscribe and save. So what we're doing is we saw that people were signing up for either $20 or $60. So we decided to give you a bonus that if you automatically sign up, you will get 50% more than what you originally paid for. Now, please bear in mind, if you run out of those and you come down here to bulk purchase, you're only getting the bulk amount that you purchase. You're not getting 50% on top of that. Just to make sure. Any questions on the subscribe and save plan? No questions? No questions? Okay. The invoice tab is where you can see the invoices that have happened for your clients that are outstanding. You can see what's been paid. And if you have the Panda Pro feature, you are also able to see that payment feature go out as well. The activity tab is where you can see the attacks, any mailing, and when the system gives you an attack credit for that $17, that's what it's coded as attack credit. So you're able to check here to see if you have used a credit, or you can see it right over here on this corner. Okay. The integration tool is a tool that gives us the ability to integrate it through Zapier with other platforms. This will allow us the ability that, let's say you have an email sequence that builds out. Like in my mentorship group, I give a bunch of emails out, a bunch of text message that you can just automatically plug and play. It makes it a lot easier for you to keep in communication with your client without you having to touch them every single day. So there are softwares that you can load them in, and you can connect that software to here. So as soon as the client comes in here, they automatically get placed into that platform as well. And then of course it goes back to the referral link. Any questions on what I've covered so far, guys? Any questions? Nope. Okay. All right. So we're going to, before we load into the client tab, do you have any questions on what we went through, whether it's the settings tab, the dashboard, the drip money? Sade, how you feeling? Monica, how you feeling?
I'm just writing down stuff as I go along. I'm just because you had me thinking about my month goal.
See, I like that. You mean month goal of people who are signing up?
No, just in general. By me starting on myself and which platform I want to use.
Oh, okay. I love that. Okay. Well, we are going to go ahead and sign up a client. So while we are signing up a client, what I want us to point out is the red asterisk. Okay. What that means, guys, is this is the only thing that we need. We do not need the middle name. We do not need the suffix. If we end up utilizing that, then I would only recommend it if there's a like Usher Raymond the fifth, Usher Raymond the fourth, you know what I mean, like if you're doing that type of thing. But organically, you don't necessarily need that when you're writing the letter. You need the first and the last name. That is it. That is all. As I stated before, you have to have a different email, so I can't use Red Robin. I would have to create another. Okay, there we go. Another email address for it to go through. I can, however, use the phone number, and then you want to put in your client's last name. When it comes to the addresses, I want us to be mindful that you want to put, if they have a floor, a level, a unit, whatever the case may be, you want to plug that in on there so that it prints out on the letter, but you want to put it on its respective line so that it's transposed properly. As you're going through here, you want to also make sure you put the date of birth, because again, what you're putting into the system here is going to then be converted over into the platform when those letters are generated. If you have the pro feature, you would just simply click this box. It will automatically send out the link for them to go into the Safe Client Access portal. It will send them the contract, like all of the things will automatically go once you push that button if you're on pro, as long as you have those things already set up. If you do not, it won't go through. But I just wanted to give you that heads up. I do not have the pro right now, so we're just going to do it with the free. And now we're going to go into the documentation. If anyone needs this, let me know. I can also drop it in the chat. Give me 1 second. All right. So when you are working with your client, there are 2 pieces of identification that are required. Okay. If you look over here, it's just red. That's what has to be filled out. This, as it says, is optional. Okay. So this is the information that you need. proof of identification. If you are using the driver's license, you need to make sure the driver's license it does have the current address on it. It also has the current, the right spelling of the names. Sidebar, I have a friend who has been spelling her name allegedly wrong. It's spelled one way on her social security card, but a whole nother way on her birth certificate, and a whole nother way on her driver's license. Like, make it make sense. So you want to make sure all of the information is correct when it comes to the supporting documents. The goal is to have one name, one address, one date of birth on file. So you want to make sure all the supporting documents you have all have the same information from start to finish. Okay. When you are if the person's driver's license does not have the correct mailing address on there, y'all just don't use it. Move on to something else on the list. You can use a military ID, you can use a birth certificate, you can use a passport. I'm very good at using passports. Like, I love using the passports, and then just supplying a supporting documentation on the back end. So if you are using a residential bill, best practice, guys, you want to ask your client for an updated bill every 60 days. So when you're at the 90-day mark to send out that next letter, you should have the document in tow, because people move slow like snails. All right. So you want to keep that in mind. So you have the utility bill. If you're using a cell phone bill, is better. A lease is much better. A mortgage or a bank statement, amazing. Okay. If you are using a social security card over here, do not put it in for other. It's a waste. The goal is to get all of the identifications down to 1 to 2 sheets of paper, because remember, we're thinking about, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think about overhead. I already know that I'm spending money on stamps, I'm spending money on ink, I'm spending money on I'm spending money. So wherever I can cut down, I'm definitely going to make sure I cut down, but not at the expense of my clients. So one of the things, again, that I love about Dispute Panda is that when you come into the platform here, they give you this crop and save tool. So if your client puts their ID on this big piece of paper, you can just crop it and save. I'm gonna show you guys on the bill. So like, this is a bill. They don't need to know anything, all this information, especially if we're trying to tell them that they pay their bill on time, but we giving them a past due bill. We're not gonna give them that. We're gonna go ahead and crop it all the way down. All they need is the date and the name. They don't need the balance. And when I say they, the credit reporting agencies only need to validate the name, the address, and that the date of the documentation is valid. That's it, and that's all. Okay. If you have a social security card, because the driver's license is up to date, you can plug it in the optional. It is not required. Okay. If you are using My Score IQ or Identity IQ, you're going to click the upload option. Please remember, you have to go into that credit monitoring software, update the credit report, and then pull it in month after month. The same thing if you're using Smart Credit, you're going to have to go over to that site, update the credit report, pull it in month after month. Okay. You can still store your client's login information, but with Credit Dino, you don't have to log into the system and go back and forth. You can legit do everything from this platform. And that's another thing that I love about my Dispute Panda platform. So I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about. 1 second. So if you go ahead and see that there's this green button down here, I do the 1-click import, and the system is going to pull the credit report in for me. If it's been within that 35 days, it's going to refresh that credit report for me, and I'm able to go ahead and get 1 free round of attack for my particular client. So you can hit dismiss here. I want to make sure everything went through. And now when you scroll up to the top, it's going to give you the dispute option. So Miss Monica, as I stated, everything is the same. The only thing that you're not getting access to is the inbox, the reports, and the subscription. But all of this is exactly the same, no matter if you have the pro version or the free version. Okay. So the system is going to automatically select accounts that are impacting your clients negatively when it comes to the actual accounts or public records. So if they have a judgment or a lien that is showing on the credit report, you have accessibility to go ahead and see that information. The system, however, will never select the inquiries. And it's just because it has not been programmed, I guess is the best verbiage for me to use. It has not been programmed at this present time to be able to detect the opening from the accounts that are below to moving forward. So that is where you, as the person and the knowledge, can come in and be able to navigate and choose for your client. Now, one of the things that I will tell you is if you have a Windows-based computer, you're going to use Control F. If you have a Mac, you're going to use Command F as in Foxtrot. It will allow you the opportunity to go ahead and highlight the accounts that are listed here, and then go ahead and search to see if it's showing up anywhere else on the credit report. So in this particular case, I put Reprise. It's not showing up. I can check the box. Now for Capital One, I can go ahead and copy it. I can paste it here, and then it will take me through the file to show me if there's an open Capital One or a closed Capital One. Okay, so I'm able to see all the places that it shows up. If it doesn't show up, then no worries. I go ahead and check the box. If it does show up as an open and active account, we're going to leave it alone. And that's what you do for all of the inquiries. Of course, if it's your own account, you will know where it is. If not, you know, you're going to ask your client, hey, what accounts you have. You look through the report, talk to them about it, and we're going to go into the consultation in a moment. Now, what I want to talk about is this yellow triangle. So when the system was created, it was originally created only to support deletions of negative accounts. That's the only thing it was set up to do. However, with the way that the accounts are working and how the system has now upgraded, now we have a late payment verbiage letter. So the system now, once you check the option, will automatically generate the late payment information on these accounts. But the reason that this is being flagged, if you click this eye icon, is it'll open up and give you the information on the account. This particular account is only showing negative in 2019. So previously, if the account was outside of a 24-month window and we removed it, we could impact the age. Age is worth 15% of your overall score, which equates to 82.5 points, roughly. Okay. So if in the past you would have used the letters that were there before that would have deleted the account, it could have in essence taken all the age with it. However, now the system has the verbiage to create specific late payment request and the proper coding, because this is also a Metro 2 software that uses both consumer and Metro 2 law to get the deletions removed off of the profile for you. Okay. So you're able to go ahead and see which accounts is being impacted, and you can now tell the system, okay, we're going to generate, and the system's going to know that the only reason why you selected this is because it's a late payment, and now it's going to create the late payment verbiage. So you'd simply click the box and then you're good to go. Any questions on that part before I move into the next one? No questions? Okay, cool. So another thing that I want to point out is if you guys have already, because I know that Miss Sade says she has like she has books and stuff like that. If they're letters and you have used them, or you know someone who's used them and you're like, hey, I want to use that letter, you can actually add the verbiage here. You can add the code in the section of the credit law that you can leverage. You can save the template. Okay, you can literally check this box and save it. So Rome, I'm just going to name it something. I'd hit save. I'll title this as Rome deletion. Right. And then now I hit save template, and that template is always going to be there. So now if I have any account that is requires a 1099 because I have specific 1099 letters. Like I have different letters that I organically use. I'm able to come back and put it in here for it to be leveraged moving forward. If I don't want it to be printed out, I just hit remove and the system will automatically print out letters according to what I generate in the next round of attack. Any questions on the manual letters? No questions? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go off into my wonderful discussion that I have when I talk to my clients specifically about their consultation call. So the number one thing that I talk about is behaviors. So the credit report is saying this is who you are based on what you've done in this 24-month period, right? And we want to shift that. So I'm going to tell them the best way to go about it. So we're going to have conversations. Okay, your payment history is at 96, 97, 98. Your payment history is 35% of your overall score, which roughly equates to 192.5 points. If you are late, you are taking away from that particular point matrix. You are able to earn those credit backs if you continue to make on-time payments moving forward. This is why if you clean up someone's credit, but they don't have a credit card, they don't have an auto loan, they don't have anything reporting that they are paying on their credit report, you're not going to benefit, or they're not going to benefit from it because their score is not going to increase. It's just going to be stagnant because there's nothing being reported moving forward. Right? So you want to have that dialogue on creating a balance. This is how you need to pay attention when it comes to your account. Please understand when we're talking about mortgages, you're not late until you are 30 days late. This is why I tell you, if you're going to rob Peter to pay Paul, make sure you know when the statement's about to close, when they're about to make a report, so that you can leverage while you're trying to get back on your feet and you're playing in these credit streets. Okay? Then I click on the account health and we have a conversation about their utilization. Utilization is 30% of the overall score, which roughly translates to 165 points. If you are looking at the utilization and they are over their limit, now this person, I believe their credit limit may have dropped recently, and that could be why the system is reporting that. But normally, this is more accurate. So I'm gonna tell the back office about this one. But if a person is at 100% or more, the tip that I give them is you're going to pay your minimum payment times 2 plus $4, 2 to 3 days before your statement date is about to close. The statement date is the most important date for payments because that is when that information is being sent over to the credit reporting agencies, the statement date. So if your client is not paying attention or not leveraging their profile the way that they should, you want to make sure that you're having this dialogue with them in real time. So what that means for you is saying, hey, your statement date is the date that your little sister is going to tell your mom that you snuck the boy in or you snuck a girl in. The due date is the latest possible time you can make a payment before a fee is assessed. Two separate things that we're trying to leverage. If we're trying to increase your credit score by leveraging your utilization, because understanding if you want to be in the 700 club, your utilization needs to be at 20% or lower. If you're wanting to be in the 800 club, that's 10% or lower. How are we navigating those waters? Okay. So this is all in the conversation that we're going to have while we're in the consultation. So now they are aware of what their behaviors are helping or hurting as it pertains to them building their credit. Okay. Once you are done with all of that, and again, public information, that is bankruptcy, liens, judgments, things of that nature that shows up on public records. If it is there, the system will automatically select it. So there's nothing that you have to do. You're going to hit save filter, and now you're going to be able to complete the attack round. If you're following the guide, the first attack is Punch of Fury, Supreme Boosted. If you have the pro, you are able to put the creditor letters, and I will show you guys where you can see that. And then you would come back in after you're completed and you will do the letters to LexisNexis, Innovis, LCI, ARS, Credco, Clarity, DataX, Microtel, and FactorTrust. Okay. And you are selecting handwritten. This is just to change it up in the system. The system automatically generates in 10 different fonts. So you are not writing anything. The system is writing the letters out for you. You do not do a CFPB round of complaints at this present time. So we're just going to jump over here. You're going to select Punch or Fury. Here's the box for handwritten, and here's the box for generating creditor letters. It's literally just a box you check. You're going to go down here and select Supreme Boosted. You're going to type in confirm. You're going to hit send round. And the system is going to send the right, like generate the letters out for you. Once you are done, if you want to print them out yourself, you're going to click download all. If you want the system to mail the letters out for you, you're going to select mail out. You can also check this box that says mark this recipient as the sender. So that means the letter will say it's coming from TransUnion and going to TransUnion. You do not have to select it. It's just a tactic that is leveraged. If you do not have the money in the bucket, you literally just hit cancel. You add the money in the balance section. You would add the money here, 25. Well, I'll do $26. And then I would go ahead and go about my business. Okay. The minimum amount that you can load onto the platform is $20. Once you are done, you can go back to clients. You can select your client's name. You go back to a tax. You click on attack, and then you just hit mail out. Boom. Once you have the money in the bucket. Please note the static letters, which are the letters that are going to be going to LexisNexis and all of the ones that I named, they are free as long as you have at least $1 in your account. I do not have $1, so I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, I'm gonna click the handwritten. I like to scroll down just for best practices because the system does jump. I'm gonna click all of the options for the secondary reporting agencies. Boom. And then I'm going to hit start round. If I had $1, it would print it for me. It would show up right here. But since I don't, it tells me womp, 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 mind your business. Okay. So that's basically what happens. Once you're done with the letters, you can see the history. If you've told the system to mail it out, you'll be able to see it on the client level. You can see the current score. You can see the clients when the last time you downloaded the report. You're also able to see any invoices that you have. And if you have the pro, you can write a note. I like to write the note when I'm dealing with bankruptcy clients. Like if I have a client that says like they don't have a Clarity account or they don't have a FactorTrust account, that means that I'm not going to waste my time writing a letter for round 2 or round 3 because there is an account there for them. All right. So we've literally loaded a client in, completed a round of disputes, done everything. What questions do you guys have? Any questions? Questions? Let me move you guys over to the screen here. Oh. Okay, you guys are all good? Do you guys want to see the pro version? Let me know.
Yes, can we see the pro version?
Absolutely. Give me 2 shakes of a stick. Let me log out of this one. All right. So this is the pro. It looks exactly the same as the free. Here's what the difference is. So when I go to update my client's report, so let's say this was done 61 days ago. If I come into documents, sorry guys, let me move this out my way. Maybe. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get the videos out my way. Okay, so when I come in, I would literally click one-click import. The system is going to update the credit report. I'm then able to go to the dispute screen. I'm able to see the updated report. I can select, because I already know this is Experian, I can select this information. I know that these inquiries aren't there. I can hit save filter. And now when I go into the system here and I'm looking to do a dispute, I would hit Punch of Fury. So this is round, hang on one second. This would be round 2 because I did attack 1. So round 2 would be Punch of Fury regular. I'm still going to do letters to the secondary reporting agencies, but I'm able to send the letters to the creditors. So I'm going to come here. Punch of Fury. It's not handwritten. I'm going to check the box that says creditors. I'm going to hit the Punch of Fury. I'm going to type confirm. I'm going to hit start round. And it's going to automatically generate letters for the credit reporting agencies as well as the creditors themselves. So I have access to both. So see, these are the actual creditors that they're generating letters for. I have to now add $30 if I want the system to send it out, or I can just hit download all. And then I'm able to come back in, do the static letters. I'm going to show you guys what I mean when I jump. So if you start from here, it like jumps down to the bottom, but it's because it's only blocking it off to those specific letters that you need. So you're going to hit all of the letters that are included if your client has a response to them. You're going to hit start round. And because I have more than $1 in my bank, it's going to generate that static letter for me. I'm able to see the history. And then this is what the update tab looks like. And I can see the updates overall from when the person started to where they are. If there's been any deletions from the last month, if there's been any new negative accounts added on, I'm able to see all of that on the Pro. And then so that was on the client level, right? This is the report on the company level, and I can make it where I can see what the report is for last month. So according to the system, I removed $103,000 of negative debt off of my client's profile. The scores did drop though, but I also deleted 38, 30, 98. So if we're looking at what my success is looking like, if my clients are here to get houses because my ideal client is a first-time home buyer, I'm lowering their debt to income ratio. Once I get that together, we can then start building their credit score on the back end. So it looks exactly the same, except you get a little bit more bells and whistles. This is what the subscription tab looks like. So you're able to connect your merchant service. If you don't have one, you can apply for one that's partnered with us. You can make payment plans. So, and you have to make a payment plan if you're making a onboarding form, like for someone else to sign up when you go to like a speaking event, you have to create a plan. And the form allows them to either pay or they can just input their information so that they can become a lead for you. And you are good to go. Any questions? No questions, guys?
No, I don't have no questions. I think I like the Pro better.
You like the Pro better? What do you like better about the Pro?
Cause with the Pro, you don't really have to do too much. You just got to know what you're doing.
You're doing the same thing with the Pro that you do with the free.
Yes. And also like the Pro, like you said, it generates the letters. You don't have to do all that extra stuff.
What do you mean? Because you're doing exactly the same thing with the pro and the free. So explain what you mean. You don't have to do the extra stuff.
Like say like if I'm putting the client in or
Mhm.
whatever, I don't really have to do too much like you said, because the pro really doing everything for you.
As long as you create it that way. So you would have to create the onboarding form for your clients to put their own information in. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah.
So if you are why are you trying to sound? So if you are able to go ahead and do that, then you're golden with the pro. Absolutely. But I want to tell you, I have the pro and I still be putting people's stuff in. So I just want to be honest with you, because sometimes sometimes when you go in and you look at the documents that they put in, it's wrong and you have to go and correct it anyway before you can send the letter out.
Right.
So yeah, so you always want to make sure. This is why I actually do send the ID form to my clients before they sign up, so that they know exactly what I'm looking for.
Okay.
In their documentation. So definitely think about that.
When it comes to sending the ID form, you said that you'll send that through. Will you send that through the software?
No. So what goes through the software is the client's onboarding. So when you log the client in, when you sign them up, it's that safe client access portal. That's what sends them the information. If you are, so let's say you're on a lead call and you're talking to the client, you've spoke to them about their credit report or whatever the case may be. So you have their name, you have their email, you have their address. Then you send them the invitation. That invitation will allow them to go ahead and put all their ID, sign the contract, all of those things. If you're doing it from like a speaking engagement, so for instance, I went and I spoke to this group of first-time homebuyers, right, in Dallas. When I do my slide presentation, I have a QR code that sends them to my onboarding form.
Got
So
it.
now when they click on that, when they scan the QR code, it either will take them where they're putting in their information for me to collect as a lead, or they're signing up directly while I'm in the class. So now I'm collecting the payment, and from them signing up, it will automatically send them the Safe Client Access portal for them to sign the contract, do it. Once they've completed the payment, the email goes to them.
Got it.
Once they're in the system. Yep.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Any other questions? Y'all got good questions today, honey. No other questions? Y'all are great. I love this. Y'all are amazing.
I'll probably have questions like when I start clicking through and just sorting through. But for tonight, I thought this was really good.
I love it. I try to be helpful. I try to give a little bit more than I take. Okay. If you guys need any help, let me know. Of course, I like to let everyone know that my mentorship is connected to the Dispute Panda platform. I do go over the extra, because if y'all ain't tell from my wigs, I'm extra. Okay. I'm extra like the gum. I like to do a little bit more razzle dazzle, and I like to give away my sauce. So I do have a mentorship that is $37 a month. If you guys want to join, we do meet every Tuesday at 7 p.m. And let me clarify, first, second, and fourth Tuesday. And then we have implementation Sundays. That's twice a month. So that what we've learned throughout the week, if it is a marketing hack or if it's a system tip, because I do have visitors that come and talk to my mentees, you guys get accessibility to that. So I will go ahead and drop that link if anyone wants to sign up for the mentorship. I like to make sure you guys have accessibility to it. If not, I'm back here on Wednesday, guys, and it'll be my pleasure to go ahead and help you guys dip and do in these credit streets to help your people become a beast in these credit streets. Also, if you want to follow me, I'm everywhere at Raquel May David. Like, I make it easy for y'all. It is my pleasure to help. But if you guys have no other questions, I will let you guys go and say thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Nope, no problem. I had one last question.
Sure.
So under documents, when you're under a client's under the clients tab under documents, so obviously you'll upload their proof of ID, proof of address, and then I know other is optional. Where it says credit report and then credit monitoring credentials. So creditor monitoring name. How do you decide whether it's Dino or identity
It's
IQ.
based on what your client has. So if you
Whatever
have
they
given your
decide.
client, if you gave your client credit Dino and they've signed up, then that's what you're selecting. So you're selecting, this is just where you can house the information. If your client is not with Credit Dino, if they are with Credit Dino, you're housing the information and then you're able to click the one-click import.
Okay, got it. And that is really the only way, like these 4 options are the only credit monitoring options, and they must choose one.
Correct. Because you have to see the credit report and they have to keep it while they're in the credit repair program.
Got it. And then with the actual just credit report uploading, you would just export something from Experian or something and upload that.
So these are the only softwares that's compatible to this system.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So if they are if they are working with you and you are using the system, those are the 4 credit monitoring softwares that is compatible for the system to take the data and generate the required letters that are needed.
Okay. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So if they're using anything else, if they're using MyFICO, you can't do it. MyFICO does not allow you to integrate any softwares. If they're using Credit Karma, it doesn't work. Credit Karma only gives you 2 out of the 3 credit reporting agencies. So we're not using them. So these are the systems that their data can be entered into, transposed, and then created to use to then create the letters.
Okay, so this is all predominantly for the letters part. Okay.
Yes.
The only part that I'm just trying to okay,
Mhm.
yeah, so what we're looking at here. Oh, so that will be automatically generated where it says added on September 11th, September 12th, 2024 credit report right above where we're at. That was a credit report that was uploaded or was pulled from the credit monitoring?
This is the letter that was pulled from the Credit Dino.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that report was pulled from them.
Mhm.
All right, understood. Thanks.
My pleasure. Now, if you're using the other site, it's still going to say whatever the date is that it got pulled in, but you have to go to their site, download the report, and then put it in the system.
Got it.
So
Got it.
in that case, this particular area here that says credit monitoring credentials is literally just for you to have the information so you can go update the report and come back. So your client has to give you their credit monitoring information.
Mm-hmm. Okay, got it. All right, because it'll be generated once you give them the access details.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Quick question. So credit now, I know that's a monthly. You got to pay that monthly too. So is it as high as like Credit Smart and all that?
So Smart Credit, I think is like $27 or $29.99. Credit Dino, if you have an affiliate code, is $29.99. If you don't, it's $39.99 for your client. So it makes so you would still, if your client does not sign up under you, they're paying more. You're also not making $8, but you are getting the $17 credit for them having the platform. But it's $29.99 a month for all 3 credit reports.
Okay.
Great questions. Anything else?
I think that's it. I think that's they have to have they can't have any kind of free Identity IQ or anything like that. They have to have a paid subscription.
We don't care if it's free. If they have Identity IQ and they happen to have it for free, let me clarify. If you want to sponsor them, which you can also do for Credit Dino, that means that you are giving away your affiliate money if you're sponsoring them. Okay. You can do that. You can choose to have, let's say, I have a code with Smart Credit because before Credit Dino came out, I was a Smart Credit active user, and I had a sponsorship account as well as a non-sponsorship account. So the sponsorship account meant that I ate the cost of anyone who was in my program. That program, the cost for my monthly fee was a little bit higher because I was including the cost of the credit monitoring and I wasn't making any residuals, right, off of it. So you can choose if they have an affiliate program and they're getting Identity IQ, as long as they have the 3 bureau credit report, it's completely fine. If you want to sponsor them, you can even sponsor them with Credit Dino. That's a complete option for you. You can go ahead and sponsor them as well. for you to go ahead and be able to process the letters for them and your client not pay. But bear in mind, if you're sponsoring, that means you're not getting affiliate pay for that client.
Got it. And all of these, none of these have free options. They're all paid.
So I want to clarify, all of them have a free option as long as you sign up for it, which means you're encompassing the fee.
Understood.
If you are not encompassing the fee, somebody got to pay it. Let's put it that way. Either you paying it or the client's paying it, but somebody got to pay for it. Now, they will have something like where it's free for 7 days, but that only applies for a short, like I said, for a short amount of time. And once you try to go back in to use it a second time, they normally do not allow you to do it unless your person is changing email addresses like over and over again. Like that's the only way I could see that work, but someone has to pay. So either you're sponsoring them and you're comping the fee, which normally reduces what is being charged, because remember, you're not getting the affiliate link now, right? So let's say Smart Credit is $29.99 or $27.99. If I'm paying the fee, it's roughly like 17, like anywhere between $14 and $17 that I would be paying for sponsoring them. So now I lose out on the affiliate money, and I have to now make sure that I pay, which means I have to include it in my cost when I'm charging the client. And that's doable as well. You just want to make sure that you're tracking the payments from your client.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
Awesome. These are some great questions. Y'all need to come back more often. You and Sade is just giving me life, honey.
Yes. Yeah, look, it's a class that, is so important, and just taking the time to do it,
I try to get on every 2 days when you have them.
I appreciate that. I really, really do.
Cause I'm actually learning a lot, because I was struggling between two of the platforms, because I know, but I didn't really know how to use the system. So I think it was my hesitate. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was hesitating on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's why I created the program, because I saw that there was like a gap where a lot of people were fearful, and I'm like, what is there to be afraid of? Just push the button, like load this stuff up. If you get a response, one of the things that I do is I create an open workroom, and I create that open workroom to allow for you guys to come in and have dialogue and talk to me about what's going on. What are you seeing? How is it impacting you? Like in like real life, so that this way you feel supported throughout the process. So definitely I would tell you, like, generating the letters and print. Like I have one person who generated letters, printed it out, and left it on their desk, and they were like, they're afraid to mail it. And I said, why? They were like, oh, because we heard a whole bunch of people got stall letters. I said, there's an answer to that. Like in our system, which is what I really like, in the system, we give you access to a stall letter. So if there's an issue, you go right here to statics, you go down and you go to stall, you check the box, and you put the date that you sent the last credit report, the code of actually what the law says as to why they cannot stall is there, and you're able to respond in real time. So if you get the letter, if you send the letter out on the first day and you get a stall letter back on the 7th day, guess what you get to do? Come in here, print off the letter, and I tell them, send it back with the dispute letters and say, this is what the law says. Right? You can't do that. So there's not a way for you. I mean, just to be transparent, even if your client stops paying you, I've heard people put the removed accounts back on the credit report. So it's not like you're creating epic damage, unless, I'm going to tell you, the caveat to that is when it comes to the inquiries. You want to be careful there, because once the account is closed, a lot of these creditors are not going to reopen the account. So that is the only thing. Like I've seen people just not actually go and dispute inquiries at all. Like they'll go 3-4 months and be like, I'm scared. And I'm like, why? All you got to do is search it. If there's an open and active credit card, don't click it. If there's not, click the button. Simple. Promise. Any other questions, guys? You guys were amazing today.
Thanks.
It is my pleasure, darling. Okay. Well, if no other questions, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go for my night walk. And I want to say thank you guys for coming here and allowing me to support. If you guys have any questions, y'all can always hit me up. I do answer DMs, of course. And I answer text messages, emails, anything y'all need. I appreciate you guys trusting Dispute Panda. I love the platform and I hope you'll love it too.
Okay, I'll see you Wednesday because I know you'll be back Wednesday. And I'm gonna have an update for you.
I love it because you know I'm a stalker and be like, Sade, 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 as my auntie would say, Sade, come here, man. I'm excited. All right. Well, if nothing else, you guys have a blessed night. Thank you guys for being so dope, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
All right. Have a nice
Bye. Bye. You too. Bye.